Dan the Natural Man Show. Hello, everybody. Sorry about the mess this morning. We are cleaning. So, what is it today? Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday. This morning, I want to talk about strength training and why it is such an important activity when we're talking about health and longevity. We are fighting, all of us are fighting, muscle loss. After the age of 30, we start to lose around, I want to say it's, was it around 5% a decade, something like that. You lose at least 5% a decade. I think if you don't do anything about it, by the time you're 70, between 70 and 80, you have 30% less muscle mass than you had at 30. This has a lot of negative effects on us as far as our health and longevity and our daily functioning. You know, the way we can go out and do chores and go to work. If you have, grandkids, play with the grandkids, pick up the grandkids. See, the thing about strength training is it becomes more important the older we get, and there's a mindset with people that the older we get, the less we should do. That is the deadly path to take. If we don't do strength training, we're going to end up being old and frail, and old and frail does not equate to a long, healthy life where we can, or a long health span, okay? To have a long health span, this is, how healthy are you going to be? You're able-bodied. You can, you don't have any severe disease processes going on in the body. You can still walk, you can still stand up, you can still go out the toilet easily, you can still carry your groceries, pick up your grandchildren. You're still able to do everything you could do when you were 30, and this is possible through strength training. Other things that happen to the body if we start to lose muscle mass is a metabolic tissue. So it helps our metabolism stay good. Also, muscle mass helps our body stay more insulin sensitive. If we start to lose muscle mass, we start to become more insulin resistant, and this means this can lead to diseases like type 2 diabetes and pre-diabetes, okay? Muscle mass, the more muscle mass we have, the better our blood sugar works. People, when they start to lose their muscle mass, they may find that their insulin or their blood sugar starts to go up. Bones, women, especially women, well, even men too, but women are more likely to suffer from osteoporosis. Strength training can prevent and build your bone density back if you've lost some. You can actually build your bone density back up with strength training. There's also herbs that you can combine with strength training to give you even more bone building benefits. This also strength training keeps us more resilient. We don't get hurt as often as far as muscle strains and pulls. It keeps the ligaments and tendons strong. It's showing now that it actually can help stave off dementia. Strength training can stave off dementia. When you do repetitions, your body actually builds neurons in the brain. It builds new neurons. I have a client that I work with. I've been working with for over a year. He has, I say, mild to moderate dementia, but he hasn't gotten any worse in the last 2 years. I mean, he hasn't gotten better from where he is, but dementia is usually pretty progressive and kind of swift. But for 2 years he has stayed. He's holding his own. He still lives on his own. He can still drive to the grocery store, get his groceries. He can still cook for himself. He can still take a shower, all those things. He has to have help with, things like finances and things like that. But my point is, he hasn't become he has to go to a nursing home. And we strength train twice a week together. And I couldn't get him to do the diet or anything. He's old and he doesn't like to cook. But I do believe you could buy a plant-based diet along with strength training. He could have taken even bigger strides with his dementia by now. He's taking a few herbs too. But I think it's the continual activity that's making the biggest difference. Strength training is also going to make you look better. Look, I know especially girls, women, they don't like the way their physique looks anymore, especially after 40, 35 or 40. And they think that if they starve themselves to do a lot of cardio, they'll be happy, but they usually are not happy because they just become a skinnier version of what they already were. They don't have a shape anymore. Muscle builds shape. That's how you look good in your clothes and out of your clothes. Muscle gives you the shape, gives you the, whatever your figure is, your hourglass figure. Guys, you can get the, broad back and the small waist. Muscle is what gives us our shape to the body, okay? But yes, if you want to have a long, healthy life, a longevity, long health span, strength training has to be part of the equation. And you can do it. You have to make sure that you use barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, body weight, resistant bands. Whatever modality you pick, you just have to make sure you're working it hard enough. You have to work it hard enough to get a training response. That's the only thing you have to worry about. Make sure. I see a lot of people, they go to the gym every week, but they don't work out hard enough to ever get a training response. So they never look any different. They never build any muscle. I'm working with a woman right now. I've worked with her for 8 months. She's 56 years old. She's already built a ton of muscle working with me. And all the other women look at her and think, what the? How did she get such good results? Because she's right with me. And I increase her resistance where I need to. I tell her what to do, when to go up. And it's worked beautifully. You have to push yourself. So, if you've never done this before, I do recommend getting a good coach. If you live in my city, you can work with me. I'm also working on an online program. Of course, I combine strength training with plant-based nutrition and herbal medicine. It's a great program. You can get your life back. You can get healthy again. You can build muscle, lose fat, get in shape. Go for that longevity lifestyle. So anyway, that's what I want to talk about today. If you like the video, please like and share it. Please subscribe to my channel. Check out my page, danthenaturalman.com. And remember, until next time, keep it natural.